This is the €90,000 Toyota Supra. 3-litre petrol, 340 brake horsepower, 500 newton meters of torque, and 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. And key for any sports car that wants to be taken seriously, 50-50 weight distribution.
A very random and impromptu review that I really wasn't expecting to have on the channel this week in the Toyota Supra, the 3-litre petrol rear-wheel drive. I mean, you could kind of call it a supercar. For those of us who are old enough to remember the originals, it was a car that was just so desirable, a car that people often thought about, but assumed that they'd never get to own one. Now, I've driven this car on the track in Mondello, and that was obviously an experience, but I suppose I was curious to see what this car would be like to live with, on the roads as a daily driver. In sport mode, and really I suppose in any mode, but certainly sport mode, you get this kind of harshness from the suspension setup, to be expected, I suppose. Like, it's not really like it was going to be any other way. The power delivery is brutal, possibly too much. Like, it can be jerky. But like, I was driving on the M50 earlier on, and a motorcyclist went past, and he took one hand off the handlebars, and was like, and there's not many cars that will inspire people to do those kind of things. Heads-up display, BMW, I suppose a lot of software, touchscreen, climate control, even gear shifter. It's all well documented. But what a car. And I suppose I just want to do a quick video with this because cars like this, they're not going to be around forever. It's just 3-litre petrols. There's no place in car companies who get fined even if they do develop electric vehicles due to emissions. So I think it's proper order that cars like this are celebrated for as long as they're here, however that's going to be. But yes, power delivery is absolutely incredible. If you put it into sport mode, there's wonderful sound off that straight 6 engine. It pops and bangs and clatters in sport mode, which is always good for entertainment. Yet it will still do about 12 litres per 100 kilometres, which is pretty decent, actually, I would have said. It garners attention wherever you go. It's just one of those cars. But get it onto a twisty road, turn off all the traction assistance if you're brave enough. That there's somebody waving at me, I think. Get it in this kind of matte finish. My 3-year-old, I picked him up in it, and he said, "Daddy, why do you have Batman's car?" If Batman was driving around the roads in Dublin, he would be in one of these. There's no doubt about that. That's just the way it would be. No back seats. A glorious soundtrack. I mean, I'd actually be better off just putting it into neutral, really. If you get an idea there of what it sounds like. Ironically, I got the use of this car for a few days because I got the best out of Caroline Kidd, who's changing lanes, and Bob Flavin. I'm sure you follow Bob. If you don't, though, you should. And we both drove from Toyota HQ to Malahide and back again through town. And out of the three of us, I got we were all in Toyota Yarises, and I was in EV mode for the most time out of the three of us. So the prize was a 3-litre petrol Supra for being efficient. I like EVs, don't get me wrong, but they don't sound like this. It even twitches over ramps. It's quite incredible. But yeah, if you ever do get a chance to take a Supra for a spin, I would highly recommend it.